Okay. Hello? Hello? Noella and Pally. Hi, sis. Hydrate? Okay. I'll hydrate for you. I have hydrated. Hello. Welcome in. I love you all. I hope you're doing well. It's good to see you. Oh, right. Hold on. I gotta remember how to do all of this again. I return. I'm alive. I'm real. Iggy. Hi, Iggy. Hello. I hope you're all doing well. Oh, heck. I forgot to fix that. Okay, I will fix that soon. I promise. Now that I'm actually not working, I can actually focus on things. Like I made a schedule. I don't know if everybody saw it, but I made a real schedule for the first time in I don't know, a year, 2 years. It's been a long time since I've had a schedule. Also, Pally, thank you for the head pat. I'm so happy you're real. I'm happy you're real. A fur real friend. Gaz! Okay. Bark, bark! Arf, arf! Oh! Ooh, yeah, I might ask for your help if you know how, what is it I'm using? Stream Elements or something, I think. Yeah, if you know anything about how Stream Elements works, I would love some assistance because I am very confused. Oh, a kiss. Mwah. Oh, thank you, Iggy. Yeah, I don't know why my notifications are still broken. Because I went through and I thought I had them all fixed, but they're still showing up weird. Anyway, I'm still getting used to things. My monitor setup is completely backwards to how it used to be. So it used to be I would have the game on the left monitor and my stream stuff on the right, and now it's reversed. So it'll take me a bit of time to get used to all that. But yeah, I'm really excited to be back. Um, I, as you know, I'm sure I've had a surgery, and the surgery went really well. My recovery has been like not that bad at all. And now I have a month off of work, so we can hopefully do lots of streaming so much streaming and screaming and crying and all that fun stuff. Sorry if I sound a little weird. I'm in a new setup, so it might take me some time to get used to it, I suppose. Okay. One annoying factor, I was getting very dedicated about saving all of my VODs on Twitch, and Twitch just released a new rule that you can only have like 100 hours of footage, which is very annoying because I think I already have more than 100. Let me double check actually. Okay, yeah, I have 348 hours out of 100, so yeah, I'm a little bit over the a little bit over the cap. Yeah, it's just for highlights, not clips, but I highlight all my VODs because like I feel like if anybody wants to watch a visual novel or something, it's easier to watch a recording of it, which honestly, I should just start putting all my stuff on YouTube. But it's gonna take me some time to get all that stuff sorted out. But I guess that's what I will do with my time off, is really I really want to put a lot of effort into improving my streaming situation. Because I really like streaming. I love doing visual novels, it's really fun. And for a long time I've just kind of been running into issues and sort of just ignoring them because I haven't really had time or energy to fix them. But this month I'm dedicating myself to fixing all kinds of issues and maybe even streaming more. Like, I don't know. There's so much we can do with our time. Anyway, that was my rant. I hope you have all been well. I'm locked in. Yeah, for real, for real. I'm gonna move the mic back just a bit. Just a little bit. Hopefully I still sound good. I've been well. Everything you do is perfect, Noella. So last time on Slay the Princess, we were on our second full playthrough, and we had just gotten all 5 princesses, and we were about to go to the Long Quiet, which is a really awkward place to have ended, but we'll pick it up and hopefully it'll all be fine, and you know. Okay. So here's the thing. Oh, okay. Usually visual novels just totally forget your history whenever you load a save, so it's cool that it doesn't. So what princesses did we end up getting? It looks like we got the Fury, the Den, and Happily Ever After? Is that right? Who were the other 2? Gosh, I don't remember. I think the other 2 were the Stranger and the Razor, maybe? Gonna be honest, I don't remember, but we'll figure it out. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze, and then you see it, a figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond your reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
The narrator! A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. You're way too sweet, sis, but I'm glad you think so. I don't remember what questions we already asked him. You're the one who wanted me to slay the princess. Why?
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed. And despite how far you've fallen, you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
In one of my lives, you doubted yourself. You thought that all of this was wrong.
Oh, did I? That means nothing in the grand scheme of things. This construct you're in contains every possible world at once. The fact that you managed to find one reality among trillions where I was delusional proves nothing.
Wonderful! Oh my gosh, hi, it's good to see you. Thank you for the head pats. I hope you're doing well. Good boy. Good puppy. Good puppy, good puppy, good puppy. I was made to do this single task? Who made me? What am I?
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
I don't want to be a god. I want to be me.
You are you. And if you would let everything work the way it was supposed to, you never would have woken up to the reality of your true nature. There's no accounting for free will.
If you're... What are you? Are you something like me?
Oh, I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo. Likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him.
Cybernetic!
Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
666. Thank you for the subscription for 6 months. It's good to see you again. I hope you've been well. I'm sorry I was gone for a while. Does it hurt when pieces of you break off like that?
It doesn't hurt. I don't feel pain. Not physically.
I'm sorry. I don't want to destroy you. Will it help if I look away or stop asking questions?
We've already crossed the point of no return. There's no saving me now. Not that there's ever been much of me to save.
Every time I ask you something, it's like a piece of you breaks off.
I'm aware. And if I were you, I'd be more precious about your time.
Aw. Well, I assure you my well-being is very good. The surgery went really well, and I'm healing super good, and I'm very happy. Happy banana. Are you a god? Or were you a god?
No. In life, I was painfully mortal, a witness to the end of days. I held the fear of death in my heart and saw oblivion threaten the very memory of everything I knew and everyone I loved. I needed to do something, so I made you, and I made her, and I made this place to hold you both.
The narrator made her? Huh, interesting. What is the princess? Did you make her too?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. Seems that every me you met did a real shit job of it, though.
I wonder if I am going to destroy her. I'm curious to see what happens. Maybe we should give it a try. You know what? Sure.
Are you lying? I can't tell. But I've said my piece, and my time's up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
Yeah, we'll see. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, narrator. As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the Long Quiet, a vast and nascent god, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. Bring the den to her. Was that the most recent one that we got? I remember really liking the den. That was really cool. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
Hello.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I've missed you too. She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response, and then patiently waits for you to continue. Do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
Woman entity. I'm the Long Quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it?
Yeah.
When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Don't you have a say in all of this? Why is this all falling on me?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
That's true. If I let you out, an entire world ends for good. I can't do that.
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
You are devoured. Pray for something bigger than you that stalks and slinks in shadows.
True, I'm prey.
But we had a dance unfinished, and you had questions in need of answers. And in the cold starlight you found them. Fear reflected in the eyes of that which terrified you. Even the cruelest of monsters are not unworthy of sympathy. Within me, nothing is beyond redemption. Together we dug through hell, and together we found our freedom.
Yeah. I don't want to end up with the same ending that we had before, but I'm very curious to know what happens if I... Gosh, I don't know. I'm curious enough to look this up. Not that I'm trying to spoil myself, but I just want to make sure I don't get the same ending again. Interesting. Let's address this vessel statement directly. Are you so sure of yourself that you think the world would stop without you?
I know that I am movement itself. You've seen as much. You know it's true. A picture of a life, and a picture of a life, and a picture of a life. How deep must repetition still our movements, until even the air we breathe is stale? You doused the flames of false devotion, and in my despair you lifted my chin, and the two of us danced beneath the stars. But the stars can't be seen unless the flames go out and the walls come crashing down. Can you not do for all things what you did for us?
The only reason we weren't happy was because we couldn't forget. There's a version of that world worth living in.
You steep yourself deeper in delusion. I pity you for the thoughts that dance in your mind, and I will break them before we're through.
What is a person? Is it their body? Is it all of their body? Pluck the eyes, peel the skin, strip the tendons, mince the meat, grind the bones. When it is all gone, do you still have who you started with? A person is not a body. Death is a transformation into something new. It is only bodies that feel it.
Even when you reduced me to nothing, you could not rid yourself of me, but I was able to rid myself of you.
You speak of me as if I am a ghost, but I am right in front of you.
A boundless torrent of blades cut you from boundless angles. You are a body. You are gory ribbons. You are a body again. And you feel all of it. On it goes until your bodies are not your thoughts, are not you. Alive, dead, alive, dead, then alive and dead, and alive and dead, all at once.
You learned to put yourself away, and in your stillness you rose above me. You died countless steely deaths, and you lived countless short lives, and yet it is all so far behind you. I pushed you to a greatness you never would have reached without me.
I did rise far above you, and I am far above you still. I will destroy you now as I destroyed you then.
Death is a fantasy. Only those who lack perspective see it as anything other than transformation. You cannot destroy me.
As the clash between you abates, the princess withdraws, trembling.
You are unmovable. Is it by the design of our conflict that I cannot win? Or are you just that fervent in how you cling to delusion?
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center.
Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
I have to fight for a better world. I'm so sorry.
Then destroy me if you're able. But I will not coddle you in my final moments. I will not yield to your delusion without a vicious struggle.
You don't have to face her alone.
The hero? Which hero are you?
All of them? I assume in the same way that you're all of you.
How are you supposed to help?
You need a better place to strike from if you're going to land a decisive blow. I can help you with that. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Well, yeah, I'm
Let's
ready.
go.
God, I love the way this is done so much.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it?
Hi, Tori Karu. How's it going? We get strange endings, strange beginnings.
Do you need me to describe things? That'd be nice. A little comfort in an almost unfamiliar place. Oh, you made it here too? We never really got to talk to her, did we? This one, I mean.
The Contrarian is here? Is it just the three of us? Did anyone else make
It's
it?
just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
Yeah, I'm doing very well. I'm glad you're doing good too.
And I've been here since you left me here. No hard feelings, I'm just glad you're back to see this through.
I wish I could remember why the Contrarian was left here. Is the narrator really gone?
It's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated. Really
Makes
goes to
sense.
show how much you've grown up. Killing somebody across every iteration of reality just by existing. I don't even know what I would do if I were in the driver's seat with that kind of power.
It's funny, after everything he put us through, I'm kind of sad to see him go.
Me too. He was a lot of fun. Really easy to mess with. At least it seems you're honouring his memory. I'm sure he'd be proud to see you follow through on what you always wanted.
Well, if the offer still stands, could you describe the cabin?
Yeah, of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's not really a cabin, is it? It's that terrifying blend of everything. Only it doesn't feel so terrifying anymore. It's still shaped like a cabin, it's just different in places. There's still walls, a
Very
door to the
cabin
basement,
shaped.
a table, that knife. Windows. You know, come to think of it, I don't think he ever really included the windows in his cabin descriptions, did he? He mentioned the windows when we broke them. No mirror this time, either. I think it did whatever it needed to do. And I know I've already mentioned it, but if we want to see this through, we're going to need that blade.
Yep, let's take the blade.
That's probably for the best. It's always seems to give us more things we can do, right? So you're not going to suggest we throw it out the window? No, we've been through too much for that. And he's gone, so there's no one left to mess with but ourselves.
Wow, the contrarian's like, all right, I've had enough being a contrarian. Let's finish this.
Serious? Besides, what's the third beat? It isn't funny if we toss it out the window twice.
True.
There's the guy I know.
Throw the blade out the window. I'm so curious to see, but no, we won't.
Those winding stairs again.
Oh.
But now there's only one way forward. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
Whose stairs are these?
Yeah, it was a real mess. Stopped being fun pretty quick.
It's okay. You can come down. The stairs won't bite. Not this time. Let's talk one last time before you kill us, if that's still what you want to do.
She doesn't sound messy anymore, though. At least somebody here feels put together.
Continue down the stairs.
And forward we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
I think that these are the stairs of the stranger? Yeah.
That was easy compared to last time. Just stairs. No weird fuzzy stuff or nonsense trying to pull us apart. Yeah, that wasn't so bad.
Even after everything you've seen, and all the lives we've lived together, you still want to kill us. The Echo really got his hooks into you. Unless you have your own reasons for wanting us dead?
I guess we could chat with the princess. I never got the chance to talk to you before you were taken away. Not you at least. I'm sorry for what I did.
It's okay. No hard feelings.
Hi, Holly.
In a way, you helped us become a version of her. But we weren't very good at it. I don't think a conversation with us then would have been very insightful.
Thank you for the subscription, Holly.
That's probably why we were taken away. That's all we had to offer you. It was time to change again.
After all we did, she's just forgiving us. Just like that. You know, that means a lot.
Oh, Holly, thank you for the gift sub to Tori. I only wanted to slay the you out there. It's easier to want to kill an abstract concept than it is a person, as weird as a person you are.
Who are you calling weird? Just kidding. We know we're weird, and so are you.
True. Are you the same as you are out there?
Yes, we think. We're kind of like a shadow. Out there, every part of us is blended together into one huge idea. A big wave of unyielding change crashing against the world. But in here, we're fractured. Small. Still a little more separate than we'd like to be. Our instincts still trying to pull us in different directions.
That's kind of like us, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. We really are the same.
I don't think I want to be a god.
Hard agree. Seems overrated. Too much pressure.
But that's what you've always been. Even now. You can't put aside such an important part of who you are. And neither can we. So, you might as well embrace it.
I don't think I really wanted to slay you, but I don't like what your existence means for the world.
But if you don't want to slay us, then don't slay us. Maybe there never even has to be an ending. The way it all works seems to be based on you. If you believe we can do something, then we can do it. So believe that we can put it all back. Believe we can fix the Echo's construct and make us all forget. Believe we can send us all back to the beginning, before anyone woke up, before the truth consumed us.
Can they really do that? Are you sure that's what you want? Why wouldn't it be what we want? Especially if it brings him back? We can't keep going without a nemesis.
Would resetting it do anything to help them, the people out there? If you continue to exist, then don't they continue to die and suffer?
If you believe we can give them more time, then we can give them more time. It's all up to you.
Yeah. Don't underestimate the power of our thoughts. You've seen what they can do. You haven't even seen the half of it.
We're going to find ourselves back here eventually.
And when we do, we can choose to do it all again. We'll always be able to start over, if that's what all of us want.
I feel bad getting completion because, like, she makes very good points, and I honestly fully agree with her, but specifically for seeing what ending happens, I really want to kill her. I'm sorry, but I can't do that. Well, if we're here talking about this right now, how do we know we haven't done this before?
Maybe we have. Maybe we haven't. We can't know something like that. But we're choosing to do it now. And maybe we'll just keep doing it again and again forever. It's almost comforting to know we can keep meeting each other over and over again.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that.
There's no need to apologize. We are what we are, and this is in your nature. Even through everything, through all the worlds we've seen and experienced, through all the lives we've known and lost, we could never imagine a world without you and us. It doesn't feel possible. Despite it all, we've always loved you. We hope you don't regret what comes next.
You blink and the princess is gone. All you have left of her is a small, melancholic weight that sits at the borders of your heart. Whatever action brought you and the princess into being was rough and jagged and left each of you with a piece of the other. By destroying her once and for all, you also destroy a part of yourself. But the world hasn't ended. Things continue on.
She's gone. And I don't think she's coming back.
No, she's not. A small part of her is with us.
Is that a metaphor, or are you being literal? It doesn't matter. We don't need to linger down here anymore. Let's get going.
Leave the cabin.
That's right. We've got a whole world to see.
I wonder what's gonna happen. Where does this go from here? You leave the basement behind. Then the stairs. And then you leave the cabin itself.
It's quiet here. Yeah, there's not a lot for us to do, is there?
The path and the woods outside are an empty canvas, but there's even more to see beyond this place. The fruits of your labor, a world free from death. Set yourself free. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonizing tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
Come on now. It shouldn't be that hard to break out of here. We're some sort of god, aren't we? He's gone. She's gone. No one is left to trap us here but us.
I got back and I got shot by Holy. Open your hearts and bear witness to a new kingdom. All at once, the unyielding tension gives way. Whoa. Thank you, Holy, for the head pat. And then the shattering. You are free, and before you lies the endless expanse of absolute reality, a new absolute reality, one forged by your will and by a long and arduous cycle of bloodshed that has stained your hands countless times over. But there will be no more bloodshed in this new world.
It's finally over, isn't it? But all of us are still here.
Oh my god, they're broken.
I knew we'd finally see it through. All it takes to be a winner is grit and determination.
And the
We
stubborn?
really did win, didn't we? We're the
She
house
did.
now. We get to make the rules. This is nice. No more hunting. No more running. Just us. And whatever's out there.
Absolute reality. Who would have thought there was really a world outside of us? And who would have thought we'd actually wind up siding with him?
The whispering, and the coercion, and the bickering. Everything horrible about being alive has stopped. I could get used to this. That wasn't very hard at all. Speak for yourself. Well, boys, how does it feel? We're not just on top of the pecking order, we are the pecking order now.
Get it? Because we're a bird and we peck. Peck, peck. Tweet, tweet.
I hope this was all worth it, because I'm personally inconsolable.
I'm sorry, Smitten.
Lucky for us, you have forever to get over it.
Time mends a lot of things. You'll get better.
Hear, hear, to our vanquished foe.
Welcome back, everyone. It's great to see you all again. Now we just have to figure out what to do with ourselves. Forever. No problem. We could do that, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. We can do that.
Huh. A new and unending dawn. Slay the princess. That was a lot more of a casual ending than the first one I got. The first one I got literally left me bawling my eyes out. Hey Charizard, good to see you. Wednesday, Spoons. Spoons is such a cute name for a cat. Let's return to the main menu. Friends. The end of everything. There's a lot of things about destroying her without any outside help, so maybe we should destroy her next time. Whoa. Damn both of you to an incomplete existence. Wonder how you do that. Swoon is such a silly name for an animal. It's really cute. I always talk about how, like, if I ever got a pet, I would want to name it after another animal type. Like, I really like the idea of a bunny named Kitty, or a cat named Puppy, or, like, I don't know. There's all kinds of cute names like that. A bunny named Fishy. Meet your equal in combat and free an abrasive prisoner. Find the prisoner, find the adversary, get her to break her own chains. Always leave a means of easy egress. I thought you said she wasn't armed. You know, there's a lot of content in this game, but also we're getting there. We're making good progress. A hamster named Cheese. Yeah, that's super cute. Okay, anyway.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
How many? Oh man, we're missing 100 achievements still. Bruh. So there's a lot of oops, hold on. I need like a guide for this game. Okay, hold on. Slay the Princess Guide. Okay. Yeah, we can do this.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Yeah, so I'm missing the adversary and the abrasive prisoner, which is, I guess, just the prisoner. Let's go for the adversary first. Okay, thanks for telling me what to do.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your way up.
I'm so
the
happy to be
path
back
to the
and playing
cabin.
this game.
You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
So I'm thinking I will probably only do one more full playthrough of this game. I do want to do all of it on stream, but that's a lot to do. So it might be best to just do that kind of stuff off stream. But I feel like 3 full playthroughs is enough to really like get all of the emotional beats, I think.
We're not going to go through with this, right?
At least
She's
a
a
lot
princess.
of them.
We're supposed to save princesses, not ignore.
So probably like this stream and maybe one more.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare.
Yeah, it leaves a lot of
The
stuff
air
for
is
people to
stale and
experience.
musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade...
We're gonna take it. Also, Cybernetic, I hope you've been doing well. By the way.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
I legitimately missed you, and I'm glad to see you again. Thank you for being here.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. Her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds... Don't let it...
Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Agree to put the knife down and talk to her.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She's so cold. Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
No. It doesn't matter what you say on the way down or when you get there, but you need to say something. I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Agree to put the knife down.
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk.
Let's drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Hi, Kazik. It's good to see you.
Thank you.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
A relationship? Are you coming on to me? Yeah, it's pretty awkward.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
You can ask her whatever you want as long as you don't tell her that she is supposed to end the world. Finish talking to her by telling her that you've talked enough. I have my reasons. Do you think I'd just come here to kill someone without even knowing why? That'd be ridiculous.
And yet you hesitated the moment you saw me. And you dropped your knife. If killing me was really that important, you'd have a little more gumption, don't you think?
Oh, you just got done playing 7 Days? Is that the, Is that the survival game with, like, blocks or something? I think I played some of that, maybe.
So, someone put you up to this, right? And whoever it is, it's probably the same someone who shoved me into this dark pit and chained me to a wall.
Okay.
That's a fair question.
I like that
Who chained her in
game.
this basement, and if she's so dangerous, how did they manage to trap her? And why have we been left to do their dirty work? Don't give away the game, and don't let her distract you. That's exactly what she wants.
I'm right, aren't I? So who put you up to this?
No one? Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
Slay the princess.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt
She's
to
gonna
run her
punch
through.
me.
A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured. Holy shit, that hurt! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around.
Finish the job.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
I wouldn't mind if a princess wanted to beat me up. I'd be fine with that, I guess. You know, if it has to happen.
Oh.
You know, I'm something of a princess myself. I see. Well, if you need like a punching bag or anything, ha ha ha, puts fingers together, ha 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 ha.
The two of you fall to the floor.
This was fun.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Damn. Oh well. Time to start over from the very beginning. We died.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, no. So next what we're going to be going for is something called the Eye of the Needle. Okay. Let's proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
Yeah?
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
Are you sure about that? The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever.
Crystal, let's just get on with it already.
Proceed into the cabin.
The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Okay. I like this cabin.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I hope my keyboard isn't too loud. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the
That's
wall.
because there isn't a mirror. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
Oh, stop bickering and just get on with it. Who even cares if there's a mirror?
Okay.
I
Remains
care
on-
about whether we're being lied to. If he's willing to lie about someone as innocuous as a mirror, what else could he be hiding from us?
I'm not lying to you, I promise. There isn't a mirror. Really.
Let's approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago.
I look like a bird.
And now it's gone, so all of us can stop arguing about it and get to fighting.
This man only has one thing on his mind. Men only want one thing. Let's take that
You
blade.
take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulfuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening.
Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
I love a woman who can kill me.
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight.
Actually, I guess for this one it'd be, I love a woman who has already killed me.
As you descend the final
Ooh.
step, the form of the princess comes into view.
Hello?
A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall.
I'm in love with that design. Top tier. Hello?
Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us.
I like it a lot. It's really good.
And you brought your little knife, too. Yeah, I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
Yes, okay. I see, I accidentally clicked too soon. Honestly, slay the princess.
Good. With a singular focus, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the princess.
Here we go. Let's make this count.
Oh, we'll make it count, all right. You can feel flesh give way before a sudden impact blunts your momentum, your weapon tightly lodged in the bone of her arm. She grins at you from behind her guard.
Pull it out. We'll try a different angle.
No, we can do this. Just keep pushing.
We're not gonna win if our weapon's stuck in her arm.
We're gonna pull it out. Our pull-out game is it's gotta be good, right?
You pull back on the blade's hilt, doing your best to free it from its sinewed prison. But as you tug the blade free, the princess slams you down onto her knee. It collides with your ribs, and you feel them splinter, cracking like wet wood from the impact. And you find yourself in midair, effortlessly tossed across the room. You hit the floor, your ribs complaining painfully, but you can feel the hilt in your grip. You still have your weapon. You push yourself off the ground and attack the princess, trying to bait an opening. You do your best to outplay her, slashing out and leaving red cuts in the tattered remains of her white dress. But you have little room to maneuver. For every glancing blow you manage to land, she slams you against the wall in retaliation, each impact threatening to be the last.
This weak little dance isn't working. Just toughen up and overpower her.
She's throwing us around like a ragdoll. I think overpowering her is a little out of the question.
Did you think you could stop me with a few cuts? All this dancing around is doing nothing but annoying me. I own this place, and I own you.
Okay. If you want to own me, I guess that's okay.
The princess's arm shoots forward, her palm wrapping around your head, fingers gripping your skull.
Oh my.
How disappointing.
She squeezes, the pressure unbearable as her fingers dig into your scalp. The last thing you hear is the unsettling crack of your skull, and the sickening churn of what was your grey matter. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The eye of the needle.
You're on a path in the wood. If you weren't so damned afraid of what she'd do to you, we wouldn't have died back there. Fear is good. Fear keeps us alive. We died because you didn't have enough of it. So what? You'd have us cower in a corner? No, but that place suits her better than it suits us. She's big. We can't hope to find holes and openings down there. We need more room if we're going to survive. Are you suggesting
makes
luring
sense.
her into the woods? Do you have any idea how dangerous that would be? If you lose sight of her, if she manages to slip away, that's it. Game over for everyone, yourself included. Are you not challenging us on all the looping? Have you known about it the whole time? Are you the same one we've been talking to since the beginning? Sorry to disappoint what I'm sure must feel like a grand revelation, but that's not what's going on here. We've never met. Doesn't matter. We could go in circles forever. I don't like staying still for too long. Let's get to the cabin, see this through. It's good to know that at least one of you is still capable of reason. We may have the same destination, but we're not the same. You are still an other, and I don't trust you.
We haven't talked enough about how different this place is. I wouldn't even call these woods. It's like it's like her influence has poured out into the world.
It's evidence of one of many ticking clocks. You can't let her spread any further. Things are always changing. She changed, the cabin changed, we've changed. Why wouldn't the woods change too? Because they're not supposed to have changed. This is supposed to be a path in the woods. If it's not, it means something's gone horribly wrong.
No matter what happens next, it seems like all of our answers are in the cabin. We might as well see this through.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of
Whoa.
the path, staring up the hill at the cabin. I hope you've given serious thought to your predicament.
No last advice for us? No words of warning?
From what I gather, you've heard it all before. There's no use screaming into the wind.
He's not wrong.
I don't know. Screaming sounds pretty good right about now. I could use a little catharsis.
I love screaming.
Catharsis is for when we're finished. For now, we need to hold it out in front of us, something to chase.
Like a carrot on a stick. Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is
Whoa.
suffocatingly tight, more of a glorified tunnel than a building. Its stone walls squeeze against your sides, leaving you no choice but to press forward. The only furniture of note is an iron altar jutting out from the wall, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right. See? We have even less space than before. We need space or she'll kill us. And the only space is out there. Take it.
Let's take the blade.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. There's no overcoming her without it. We need every part of us to survive, and that steel claw is as much a part of us as any.
Approach the mirror.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it, as if you don't see it. You do see it, right? All we see is a damned mirror.
This really is just like last time.
It smells of nothing, yet it's still there.
Smash it.
You bring your fist crashing down against the door leading to the basement. It swings open, scraping against the floor as it reveals the dim path ahead.
Why am I not surprised?
It was in our way, and now it's not. That's all that matters. Before you is what may as well be a sheer cliff face. There are enough footholds that you'll be able to clamber your way to the bottom, but it will require careful effort.
Wow, so the stairs have just become like a cliff face?
The air hissing up from below is warm and wet, like the breath of an enemy locked in close quarters.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Her voice, bold and fierce and impatient, echoes from the chamber below.
Do you have more fight in you than last time? That was such a disappointing show. I know you can do better than that.
Goad her. Rile her up. If she's angry, she'll make mistakes.
If you want to fight, then how about you come and get one?
That's not how this works. I'm all chained up, remember? How about you come down here and fight me?
We'll need to show ourselves. Make her boil over and forget her metal bindings. Fine by me.
Continue to the basement landing.
You've nowhere to go but down. You start the difficult journey, gripping the stone, lowering yourself foot by grueling foot. But soon, there is solid ground beneath you. Remember, every crack and crevice will need to be faster than her. You turn to face what lies at the end of the narrow tunnel. The princess, imposing and tightly muscled, grins back at you from the darkness.
It's a good look for her. Especially, her thighs are so big. Like, she could She could, like, crush your throat with those. Local brat who could definitely overpower you is insisting that she's chained up and can't just get you.
Her face widens into a broad grin.
There you are, knife in hand. How thrilling. Attack me, bleed me, twist the blade in my flesh. Break your bones against my body. I want a real challenge this time.
We can't get that close. She'll kill us in the tight space, steel claw or not. Make her come to us, stand beyond her chains, and let her become frenzied. She'll break them. Then we run.
I really don't like the sound of this.
It's the only way we live.
I'm gonna go with what the hunted
what
says.
What are you waiting for? If we're gonna do this right, you can't be scared. You need to want this as much as I do. So go on. Make the first move. Don't keep me waiting.
Step closer, stopping just outside of her chains.
Step forward, stopping just outside the reach of her chains.
Hardcore sadomasochistic princess.
The princess scoffs.
Oh, you're up to something tricky, aren't you?
What? No.
You're teasing me with what I want, but I'm sick of waiting.
I'm just teasing you with my body. If you want my body so much, then come get it.
I'm not going to let you give me another bad fight. I'm going to get what I want.
Bloody desire in her eyes, the princess rushes forward, ignoring her chains as they bend and snap.
Oh my.
Run. Without hesitation, you turn back the way you came and scramble up the ledge towards the tunnel entrance. As you near the carpet, hands desperately clawing at jagged stone, you glance back. The princess is right on your heels. She doesn't bother to scale the wall as you do, instead digging deep into the rock of the cliff face with her fingertips in her rabid pursuit.
Anywhere you go, I will follow.
Good.
Oh my god.
You reach the ledge and hoist yourself up into the tunnel, the cabin door finally in sight, at once within your grasp and infinitely distant.
What is all of this for? What's the point? You and I are always going to end in violence, so why bother to run? I know what I am. Why can't you be the same? Little bird, where do you think you're going?
We're almost there.
God, I love this. This makes me feel so much like Prey right now.
Don't think about almost. We're there when we're there. And we'll take the fight with us. Your skin hums tight with adrenaline as you burst through the cabin door and roll onto the grass. You glance back at the cabin as the princess, singular in her desire to destroy you, explodes through the doorway. You are walking a dangerous path. If you waver once, it's all over. So get it right.
Well, are we even gonna have her fight, or is she just gonna immediately be taken to the long quiet? Because doesn't that happen to every princess who leaves the cabin? Run, rabbit, run. That would work so well on me. Jesus.
There's nothing left to slow me down. Do you think this is better for you? Do you think this space gives you an edge? Then show me. Show me that you've been worth all the room you've taken up in my head.
Oh my.
Do it. Be swift, strike true, be where she's not. Let your body move you.
Slay the princess.
You leap from the grass and bound towards the princess, keeping low.
charging me head on. Brave and foolish.
Her body braces for impact, anticipating the clash. That's where you're both wrong. Left, now! As the princess strikes, your body swerves to the left. She overextends, stumbling as her balance shifts unexpectedly. Strike. Before you can finish the thought, you lash out, the blade slicing through her leg. She turns to swing again. Right. You move out of the way, but this time it's not quite as clean. You can feel a bruise already blooming where her elbow crashed into flesh. It's nothing. A scratch. Yes, it could be worse. And you manage to gift her another cut in return. I'll be damned.
We're actually going to pull this off, aren't we?
You just might.
Don't say that.
But don't let it get to your head. Not until it's over.
Yes, finally! This is the hole I felt in my heart. This is what I've needed. This is what I've been missing. This is how it always needed to end. Both of us giving it our all, beating and bleeding each other to death.
God, that sounds so romantic. I need that.
The two of you engage in a devastating flurry of blows, each of you wounding the other again and again. She's stronger, but you're faster, and the deeper the both of you fall into your lethal dance, the more your edge shines over hers. She's slowing down, blood pouring from wounds, splattering at her feet, leaving her weak and unsteady. More! Keep going! We can't stop now! You spy an opening, but this time she's waiting for you. She lets you sink the blade deep, trapping you in place long enough to wrap you in her impenetrable arms. You're slammed to the ground. Nothing! These blows are nothing to us! But her gambit wasn't enough to close the gap. It wasn't enough to kill you. She stares you down, coughing up a splash of blood as she gasps for breath.
You've outplayed me, haven't you? Something feels wrong. Something.
And? Then what happens?
Devoured. But you do not have the chance to respond. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her place.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I think there's achievements for responding to them in specific ways. $32 hidden achievements. Dang. I don't know. Um... Too many things to look at. I don't know. Tori Karu, thank you for the hydrate. Let's approach the mirror.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
The mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels... I don't know. Final. That thing reeks of death.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. Pally, thank you for the head pats. Head pats. It's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Let's see. Can I actually just attack the entity? Your will cuts across the entity in front of you, but nothing happens.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
Can I destroy my body? You raise your will to end your life, but as it buries into the space your body should be, you feel nothing at all. Oops. One of the many hands in front of you reaches forward and gently touches the side of your face.
There's nowhere for you to be but here.
The gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes. Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own. This one remembers a spark lost in time, and she would stop at nothing to reclaim it. She will make for a burning heart.
Do not mourn her.
Do not mourn her. She has finally remembered what she thought she'd lost.
It's a very special feeling when you find that piece of your heart that was missing. What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path, you're here to sleep.
Okay. So we got the adversary and we got the Eye of the Needle. Now we need the abrasive prisoner. Okay, let's go to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Hi, Sea Aster. How's it going? Hey! I hope you're doing well.
A warning, before you go any further. She will lie. We're not going to ignore him.
Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The
Oh,
only
really?
furniture of note is a plain wooden table.
I hope it
Perched
was
on
a good
that table
dream.
is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
So we're gonna take the knife.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Then we're gonna enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds, don't let it fool you.
Agree to let her out. Just checking in on you. I guess we can just
Good.
continue down.
You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Moved to a new place, didn't know anyone, and I magically were living next door. Aww. That sounds lovely. My biggest fantasy would be to have a big house or a neighborhood or something with all my friends in it. Then we could all live together and or next to each other and stuff. That'd be so cool.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
I'm just here to talk.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat?
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
I guess. It doesn't say. It doesn't say whether we're supposed to drop the knife or keep it. Okay, I think we drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Hi, Shine Pot. I'm actually trying to get the prisoner right now.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her.
We'll be fine.
Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor.
You
We're
worry
going
too
to need
much.
it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
And then I think I have to tell her. Yeah, it's pretty awkward.
I know.
I've been told things, but not sure what to believe.
Believe me.
And do you think asking me what to believe is going to suddenly make everything crystal clear? Let's not pretend that's going to happen. As far as you're concerned, and as far as they're concerned,
Oh my gosh!
I'm going
Potter!
to say whatever I have to get out of here. That's just the dynamic
Potterzilla!
of our situation.
Whole raid? Whole raid? Blushing? Welcome in, Potter. How is that hole game? You know, the one with the hole? The one where you dig a hole? Did you dig a nice hole? Oh yeah, I forgot to set it up. Oh well. Wait, I am following you, yeah? Yeah, I am. I followed you during your debut. Right, I remember. I remember now. Everyone, welcome in. It's good to see you. Hi, Moon. Hi, Potter. Hi, Drinky. Hi, Jolene. I'm super proud of my deep hole. Good for you, buddy. It was an okay hole. You know what? I'm proud of you too, Potter. I'm glad that your hole was awesome. Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
I'm getting you out of here.
Oh, you have to be kidding me.
You've got to be kidding me. I'm glad someone respects your whole. Yeah, I know. You know what? I get it. You've worked hard for it, and that makes it special.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug.
No, but I do really hope it was a good stream. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate you.
They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I need to set Potter up as an artist on my user list, but for some reason Twitch only lets you have 5 artists, which is absurd.
I'm guessing you don't have the key.
Cute emotes. Hi, Mercury Soul. How are you doing?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And if there isn't a key, do you have any ideas?
Well, you do have that big, sharp knife. You could always cut me out of here.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure
Okay,
we'd
yeah,
be
yeah.
nonchalant
Get some
about cutting our way
yummies,
out.
Potter.
Anything to finally be free.
Thank you for the raid. I hope you have a good night. See ya. Potter is cool.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Let's return to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
It'll be fine. Save the princess.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Okay.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No. As the princess approaches the... Wait, watch me.
Yeah. Warn her.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
Oof.
Then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged
We
as
got
she
got.
watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
It was pretty worth it, yeah. The prisoner.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, let's proceed to the cabin.
A warning. Before she
Yeah.
Did you
Warning.
No, I didn't. Wink.
Oh wait, the skeptic. Yes. Don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink. Did you just say wink out loud?
Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison.
So we're going for... this one, I think. The cage.
The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Right, okay. Let's take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone.
Let's enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
You say that about everything.
Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
I wonder what visitors she could be referring to. Were we not the first? You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap.
I could take that chain off you, if you'd like, and wear it myself.
Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Let's sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
Yeah?
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Okay. Sit where I was told to
she
sit.
asks, and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
My intentions? What do you mean? What are your intentions with my daughter?
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here?
Good question.
There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, so I'm afraid my only way out is surgical removal.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck? Or does she think she'd survive a beheading? You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her. Unless she really could survive.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
I've been here before. Am I the only one that remembers that?
Oh? Are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
So you've already been here. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things. It's complicated things how, exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency. A contingency for what? For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck. If you knew this could happen, why didn't you tell us?
All of this is incredibly valuable information. It would have changed our actions considerably.
I needed you to be in the dark for as long as I could keep you there. It's important. Necessary, even.
Okay.
And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative. That's pathetic. I never said I wasn't.
Wow, okay.
Get it? It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that.
Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that luck by messing it up again.
I'm
All right?
lucky. Lucky bunny, lucky
Moving
bunny.
on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark?
The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that.
I won't.
Just give it a rest, this isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
What happened after I died last time?
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them. And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows?
It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
That other chain on the wall, who is it for?
I don't know, but you could always try it on. Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
Okay, but I'm very interested to know what would happen if I did. Inspect the shackle. How am I supposed to cut you out if you didn't notice your head is in a shackle too?
No. Like I trust you to come any closer with that knife. All you're going to do is hand it to me and watch me work.
But she would have to cut her head off, right? She can't be suggesting that.
She certainly seems confident. Maybe she knows something we don't.
Or maybe you should consider the most likely scenario. She's bluffing so she can disarm you.
Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us.
So, what should we do?
I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons.
Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you.
Kill me? That's fine. I would be okay with that.
That doesn't sound great. What about the pros?
There are none.
The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. And whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
Okay, I'm trusting you. Give her the knife.
Slide it over.
No, absolutely not. I am not letting you hand your only weapon over to the world-ending princess. Until you come up with any other idea, like say, I don't know, doing your job and slaying her, you remain rigidly in place.
You tried this last time. Do you want to know how it went for you?
Oh, I remember. She killed us, which, by your estimation, ended the world, right? Oh, Rory tried to take everyone.
Angry grumbling.
Exactly. If I were you, I wouldn't be too keen on repeating your mistake. Hell, we could even force your hand and do it ourselves. I'm not afraid of dying again. Are you?
A little. I think you got your point across. Fine. You slide the blade across the floor. The princess maintains unsettling eye contact as she reaches down to pick it up.
Thanks.
She pulls up her hair, smiling slightly as she raises the blade to her throat.
Okay.
What is she doing? She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own neck.
All right.
No.
Watch in an uneasy silence.
Her eyes stare forward, unblinking, as she saws through skin, veins, cartilage. At last she reaches bone, the blade grinding audibly against her vertebra as it continues to slice its way through her neck. I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that?
Huh. So that's her play.
Killing herself?
She isn't dead yet.
Finally, you hear a snap.
Oh God.
Her eye twitches. There's an uneasy silence. She remains motionless for a long moment, her twitching eye the only movement in the room, until at last it stops in an unsettling half-wink. Her head twists slowly to the side, flopping to her shoulder, and her neck opens. The remaining tissue is not enough to hold the weight of her severed head. It stretches and tears until finally it falls to the floor, completely free. It bounces a few times before rolling to a stop at your feet.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back.
No, we can't put it back. What are you, insane?
Princess's eyes stare up at you. Dead. Congratulations. You saved the world.
Huh. So I guess that's it. What a way to go.
Doohan moment.
She is gone, isn't she?
I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please? Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
Now hold on, she's dead. So what's the rush? What's your angle?
I don't have an angle. I'm just looking forward to putting all this behind us. I'm sure you can understand that.
Look, I'm just not ready to put my guard down. It's best to keep sharp. She wouldn't have done all that without some kind of a reason. She's left us with this dangling thread, and I need to know why.
You're just wasting your energy. The danger has passed, and now we can all relax and enjoy your reward.
Take the princess with you? Horrifying. Let's leave the basement to claim our reward,
Fine.
I guess.
But if we're leaving, then we're taking the blade. I feel exposed without it.
With your work done, you remove the blade from the princess's corpse and make your way back upstairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. You can think of it as sealing yourself off from an unpleasant chapter of your life. It's all uphill from here.
The windows. Do you see that? We used to be able to see the outside world from up here, but now it's just empty. The door. Check the door.
Open the door and accept your reward.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
You don't have to act surprised. We could see this vast emptiness through the windows.
But if everything's gone, does that mean we're not gonna get our reward? This is your reward. An eternity of bliss, if you'll have it. And I suggest that you have it. Okay. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
Like hell it is.
I was kind of hoping we'd get a better ending for saving the world.
This isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No, this is the beginning of eternity. Your reward, like I just told you. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
Decades? No, it can't be decades. We can't go along with this. We can't let him win.
What do you suggest then?
We still have a blade. Let's use it on ourselves and start over.
He's suggesting you kill yourself. You shouldn't kill yourself when you have an eternity of bliss right in front of you.
Let's do it.
You goddamn spiteful bastard. Are you really going to turn down immortality itself just to make me lose?
Yep.
Why should it matter if we die at this point? Haven't you already gotten what you want?
I don't have to answer that.
That's all we needed to hear.
You raise the blade, then drive it into your heart. You collapse to the floor, everything goes dark, and you die. You're a genocidal maniac, you know that, right?
What do you mean?
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Literally the only person I killed is myself. Hi, Zane's Gaming. Chapter 3, The
You're on a
Cage.
path in the
Whoa.
chains everywhere. This is different. This is new. It's worse is what it is.
We're finally starting to see reality for what it is. This place is a prison, and she's not the only inmate.
You're acting like reality is this static thing. But this world is constantly changing around us. How can you be so sure that you aren't breathing the prison into existence? That by feeling the walls closing in on you, that's exactly what they do.
Makes you think you could try being a voice actor? Yeah, I think, I have a few people in my life who are currently trying to be voice actors, and it's honestly really cool. It's one of those things I don't think I could ever do because I don't, I can't fully grasp what it's like to, be consistent with your voice. I don't know. I'm not very good with my voice, I guess. But I think it's really, really impressive what people can do.
What a crock of pretentious bullshit. Reality is as solid as the ground beneath our feet. And if we just examine it, if we apply enough scientific rigor, if we think hard enough, we'll find a way out of here for good. Don't you see? We're already making progress. And what if looking at it is enough to make it change? Where does that leave us?
It leaves you exactly where you are right now, and presumably exactly where you've been before.
It's very interesting that we still have the blade in our hand.
I'll spare you my full introduction since you've clearly already heard it at least once, but I would like to remind you that the people in my world are living, breathing, suffering entities and not pawns for you to sacrifice in pursuit of some vague truth.
Aw, thank you. I don't know. My opinion on my voice is up and down. It changes a lot, but I do like it a lot more these days than I used to. Aw. Thank you for stopping by, Tori. I hope you have a good night. Aw, thank you, Cybernetic. Oh, hey, literally there's an option. Should we talk about how we still have the blade? We've never started with the blade before.
Huh. I hadn't actually noticed.
Holding it's starting to feel natural, isn't it?
Of course it feels natural. We've had it with us every time. We've made it part of us. Don't be weird. It's just a tool, not some mystical object. Though starting with it feels like an indication that we're on the right track.
This is strange. You're not supposed to start with the blade. It says right here that you're supposed to find it at the cabin. Oh well, I suppose that doesn't make much sense anyway. It's better if you start with a weapon, so this is probably for the best.
Yeah, probably. That's probably fine. Mimi, thank you for the subscription. Bunny, I'm Bunny. Hi, Mimi. Hope you're doing well. Cutie. Are you sure we even need to slay her? She cut her own head off last time.
She what? Why would she ever do that? She's not supposed to be suicidal. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. More importantly, if she did cut her own head off, why are you here? You shouldn't have died. You should be enjoying your reward.
We killed ourselves, obviously. You were insisting that we were happy, but we knew we weren't. We could see right through you. Yeah, what he said. We weren't about to be stuck somewhere being fed non-stop bullshit forever. We want answers. We weren't gonna find them in your fake little paradise.
There are no answers to find. If she was dead, then that was it. That was the solution. All you managed to do was reset the board, and you put the pieces back all wrong while you were at it. This is probably worse for you, if I had to guess.
Narrator could be living in your village. I don't know who the narrator is, but he has a really, really nice voice.
Ha!
I wonder if he's
So
been in anything else.
Well, what's done is done, and you're here now. There's no use arguing. Just get to the cabin and settle this. Try not to kill yourself this time.
No way out but through. Let's go see her.
You stand at the edge of a cliff. An abyss yawns beneath you, empty and endless. The only path forward, a rusted metal bridge. The cabin looms on its far side. I think you already know what waits for you within. It's like the world itself doesn't want us to reach her.
There's nothing to find out here. Time to check in with the missus.
I'm going to pretend you didn't just call her that.
The missus.
Every surface of the cabin is draped in chains, the air filled with the mock birdsong of metallic clinks. Where there should be
I'm
walls,
sure I
you
would
can
like
see
your
only
voice.
endless ropes of metal, with hooks dangling from their ends. A fitting cage for a monster destined to end the world.
Okay, this place looks so cool.
There's nothing for you to do but step forward into the basement. You already have your weapon. Your objective awaits. And how are we supposed to get to the basement? I don't see a way down. All I see is a mirror. What mirror? There is no mirror. The only thing of note here is the door to the basement.
It clearly serves some purpose, but Is there something about us we're supposed to see? Can it be a tool of some kind? Or is it a distraction, something meant to confuse us?
Can we please stop talking about the mirror? I'd rather not spend more time in this room than I have to. It's creepy. You step out onto the floor, or what should have been a floor.
Oh?
Should have been? Yes, unfortunately, you realise too late that there is no floor beneath the metal. There is only a loose web of chains suspended over some unseen space. An unseen space that you are now rapidly plummeting through.
Yay.
Nothing's solid here, is it? It's all just a shifting mass waiting for us to drop our guard.
Your fall is suddenly, painfully halted as rusty chains pull taut against your skin, their hooks digging into your muscle.
Ouchie.
You find yourself suspended in what appears to be
Ow.
a vast, dark space. The glinting of yet more chains merely hinting at its full dimensions. You dangle a few feet off the bare concrete floor.
It's like a Saw movie in here.
If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour. As your eyes adjust to your new surroundings, you make out a figure standing in the gloom, obscured in shadow. She watches you with the stillness of the grave.
That's, wow, okay.
Easy now. We don't know what sort of situation we're dealing with. We should let her make the first move. Let observation give us an advantage.
Hello?
But you are met with only silence, save for the creaks and groans of metal as it sways in the stale air around you. The hooks slowly shift in your skin, the pain coming in waves as you continue to dangle helplessly.
What if the chains don't have to be real? What if they aren't real?
They feel plenty real to me. Yeah, it would be nice if we could just tell ourselves the chains aren't lodged in all our joints and they'd magically go away, but I'm afraid that's wishful thinking.
Well, maybe
This is so brutal.
Maybe they're real, but maybe we can cut through them.
It's worth a try.
Attack her? How? Hello?
The princess takes a slow step forward. As she does so, the heavy chains shift, tightening and tearing at your flesh, your joints screaming in agony as the rusted hooks dig deeper. Stars dance in your eyes as the chain wrapped around your neck threatens to choke you. As your vision comes back into focus, your eyes fall on the body of the princess.
I didn't notice she's holding her own head.
Shadows. The body of the princess is a weird way to describe a person. It's only accurate. The form in front of you is a body, draped in raiments of chains, her head dragging along behind her in an iron cage. The head stares up at you but says nothing, and the chains squeeze ever tighter.
Cephalophore? What's cephalophore? Cephalophore. A saint who is depicted carrying their own severed head. Oh, I've never heard of that before. Sounds like a Persona enemy. I see. Interesting. Let's attempt to cut ourselves free, I guess.
You try to move your arm, but the hooks buried deep in your wrist and elbow keep you firmly, painfully in place. You do your best to rotate the knife in your palm, but it only clinks against the metal chain, unable to do so much as leave a scratch. The body takes another step towards you, the chains around you tightening,
the hooks boring deeper into your flesh. They constrict dangerously around your throat. You find it harder to breathe.
I don't think she's happy you're here. But what do I know? I'm just a set of eyes and ears. I don't make choices. At least not any that matter.
I don't want to die like this. I don't want to die like this. Somebody do something before she kills us. Please. We're stuck here. What are any of us supposed to do? Reason with her? I don't think she's acting rationally. I think she's lost it.
This was all doomed from the start, wasn't it?
You're choosing violence right now? Are you talking about your body as if it's a separate person? It's you.
That's what I used to think. But time alone has taught me the truth. I'm not my body. I'm just the thing that watches it. There's so much pain that comes from tricking yourself into thinking you have a choice. But none of us have choices. And knowing that has made me feel so free. Everything we witness is just another shade of the same endless cycle. I wake up in chains.
The body steps forward. Your bindings tighten again.
You come to me, knife in hand.
The body steps forward. The pressure on your limbs is becoming unbearable.
You give me your implement.
The pressure is finally too much. Your fist unfolds as your joints swell with trapped blood, and your pristine blade tumbles helplessly to the ground.
I cut myself free.
She's not insane, is she? No, she's just right. It's all been the same. The whole time, it's all been the same. We never had a say.
This is insane. What was I supposed to have done? Did you want me to carry your severed head out of the cabin with me? I thought you were dead.
That is what I wanted, but you didn't do it. And I don't think you could have done it. The walls are what the walls are. So give in with me. None of this is up to us.
She steps forward yet again, and the chains dig into you, your nerves screaming, your heart pounding, your lungs desperate for air.
Don't think we can hold on to you much longer.
How many times will we have to do this? I'm tired.
This is all getting so predictable, isn't it? Pop.
Jesus. You're falling, the world is spinning, and then you hit the ground, your body tight in a way that is sickeningly wrong, and roll to a stop. The sound of rattling chains and a heavy thud as the rest of what was once you falls to the ground somewhere nearby. You are unable to take action, unable to defend yourself, unable to even look around you as the princess's body steps towards you. One slow, rhythmic step after another. It stoops down to pick you up, and then... What? A shadow raises behind the body, blade glinting. Is that my body?
And now, the cut.
It strikes, and it strikes true, and the body drops its cage in pain. They descend on each other in a maelstrom of chains and hooks and feathers and blood, fighting their way deeper into the shadows until all you're left to witness are the sounds of violence.
See? You only ever thought you were in control. Isn't it so much nicer to let go?
I thought that would be the end of me. I guess this isn't so bad.
I told you. It really isn't. And now nothing's stopping you from enjoying the show.
And so, you and the princess watch as your bodies weave in and out of the shadows, performing their lethal dance.
Look at us go. Aren't we beautiful?
The movement is gorgeous, primal, uninhibited, steel crushing against steel, and flesh rolling off of flesh.
It's all going to come to a head soon.
Aren't you tired of topping? Don't you just want to be a pillow princess? This iteration, apparently. Yes, I'm very tired of topping. Quote from girl who has never topped in her life.
Head.
So, yes, head? And at last, the climax plays out. Your body, wreathed in chains and shadows, makes its final move, but so does hers. Chain shatters spine and blade pierces heart.
I guess I'll see you next time.
You're A-topping because you're so sweet. Both hers and yours collapse, their dance complete. Blood drips from the princess's mouth and she coughs.
It's cold. But that's always been us, hasn't it? Cold isn't bad.
Yoink. You do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns. Say nothing. You approach the mirror, gaze into your reflection. I got my body back. You've grown. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is a body that convinced herself she was only a set of eyes. She will make for a watchful heart. Do not mourn her. She is now what she wished that she could be.
I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for
I would not know your absence. I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die. The hero and the princess.
Your Honor, you're here.
Yeah. Okay, so, I guess first of all, I'm probably going to end the stream in just a minute, if that's okay. I am back. I'm feeling good, and I enjoy streaming, but also, due to my recovery, I am very tired all the time lately. I'm incredibly exhausted, and it is difficult for me to stay awake. So I think I'd like to get some rest, and it's probably good for me to not overwork myself. But we made really good progress. We got the adversary and the Eye of the Needle. We got the prisoner and the cage. Next time... Let's see. Next time we'll probably get the princess and the dragon. The moment of clarity. And I guess the thorn, probably. But yeah, I think this is a good place to end it for now, if that's okay. I really appreciate you all hanging out with me and stuff. I'm just so exhausted lately. So yeah, I think I'd like to end stream. But I love you all. I really do. And I'm glad to be back. And I will be streaming more tomorrow. We're going to be going back to Fate, which I am also looking forward to. Let's raid Nina. I love you. I love you. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you for joining me with my return stream. I'm gonna send us over to Nina. It looks like they're playing Resident Evil Village. I'm gonna send us over and give them lots of bunny love and stuff. And I hope you all have a good night. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Oh damn, he's gonna cut through everything. Okay. Oh shit. Shit. Where's... Ouch. Oh shit.